Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandala Akaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti Puja Mulam Gurur Padam Mantra Mulam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Mulam Gurur Kripa Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Chidanam Jai Gurudev. Let's chant first. Adhyay 7, Shlok, we'll do 16 to 25. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Atha Saptamodhyayaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Chaturvidha Bhajante Mam Jana Sukritinurjuna Arto Jigyasurartharthi Jnani Cha Bharatarshava Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate Priyo Hi Jnani Notyartham Aham Sacha Mama Priyaha Udara Sarva Evaite Jnani Tvatmaiva Me Matam Asthita Sahi Yuktatma Mamevanuttamam Gatim Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha Kameste Sterita Jnana Prapadyante Nyadevataha Tam Tam Niyamamastaya Prakritya Niyata Svaya Yo Yo Yam Yam Tanum Bhaktaha Shraddhaya Chitumicchati Tasya Tasya Chalam Shraddham Tameva Vidadhamyaham Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktaha Tasyaradhanamihate Labhate cha tata kaman Mayyeva vihitan hitan antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedasam devan deva yajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayaha param bhavamajananto mamavyam manuttamam naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha mudho yam nabhijanati loko mamajamavyayam. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanam Astu. So last time we did up to Shlok 22, and the 2-3 shlokas which we did last time, what were we exactly talking about? Who remembers?
Other deities. Worship.
Those who worship other deities. Other deities as compared to what?
To Parabrahma.
To Brahma, to Ishwar, to the self, to Atma. And what did Bhagwan say about that? What happens when you worship the other deities?
The faith is strengthened. He strengthens that faith by ordaining.
By answering the prayers, he strengthens the faith in that deity.
He strengthens the faith in the deity to whom they are worshipping. Okay?
Ultimately, they are worshipping Ishvara.
Yeah. So now we are continuing the same thought process today. Also, short 2-3 verses only we'll do. The same topic is continuing. Verse 23. Let's just read it once again. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedasam devan deva yajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Let's read the translation. The fruit gained by these people of small understanding, however, is perishable. The worshippers of gods attain the gods, whereas my devotees, howsoever they worship me, eventually come to me and me alone. Let's take the meanings first. Phalam, you know what it means. The fruit, the result. Tesham, of theirs. Alpamedasam, who are of small understanding. Antavattu is perishable. The result of the people of the small understanding, whatever they are praying for, whatever result they get, that result is perishable. Deva Yajo, the worshippers of gods, Yanti, attain, Devan, they attain the gods. Mad Bhakta, my devotees, Yanti Mam, come to me. So as we said, even if we are worshipping the smaller deities, Bhagwan only is fulfilling the wishes through that devotee. So somebody can then wonder or think, then what's the difference? I can worship whoever I want. Anyway, my wishes will get fulfilled. Bhagwan will fulfill it through those small devotees. So here Bhagwan is giving the difference. So there are two kinds. One is the devotee who is praying for fulfilling his wishes to this devotee, this deity, that deity, that deity. And the one who is worshipping Bhagwan out of pure devotion. Pure devotion, no desires. Just for the being one with Bhagwan. So what is the difference between these two that Bhagwan is telling? The difference is in the fruit, even though Bhagwan is only fulfilling the wishes. So let's take the first, those of small understanding, Alpa Medasam. So who would be these people, Alpa Medasam? Alpa means small. Who will these people be with small understanding? Obviously, those who have desires. They need those desires to be fulfilled. Only then they say that we will be happy. That's the first thing. So that means that their vivek has not yet been trained or developed, so they are not using their vivek. Also it means that they have not done enough of chitta shuddhikaran, because still lots of desires are left. If chitta was purified, then most of the work would have been done. If vivek was being used, vairagya would have happened. But the vairagya has not happened because desires are still there. And now they want those desires to be fulfilled. So why are they worshipping Bhagwan? Bhagwan, you grant me this. So they want the shortcut to the happiness. They want shortcut. And they are satisfied when that shortcut happens and their happiness is fulfilled. Some sukh they will get. So in other words, what is happening? One exchange is happening. One trade is happening. I give the prayer, you give me the sukh. So it's a trade. Okay, so that is the meaning of Alpa Medasa. How does it work? The desire is there. They have been told this deity fulfills this desire. So one faith comes in that. They pray to that God. Bhagwan, through that deity, fulfills the wish. The devotee doesn't know that. He thinks the small deity is only fulfilling my wish. So the faith gets strengthened more and more that if I pray to this Bhagwan, this deity, then this wish always will get fulfilled. Okay? Now how is it that Bhagwan is fulfilling the wish through the deity? What do you think?
They are his powers only.
How does Bhagwan know?
They are no different. They are his own.
They are his own powers. Bhagwan is omnipotent and is omniscient, omniscience. He knows everything. So even before you tell the prayer to that deity, Bhagwan already knows in your mind what all desires are there. Bhagwan already knows what all you are hankering for. You don't need to even pray to that deity, but till you pray, nothing will come, right? So Bhagwan already knows that. So he knows exactly what we are thinking. He knows exactly what is going on in our hearts. And he also has the power to manifest whatever he wants to manifest. Now the small deities may not have that much power. They may not have that much resource. So through that, just to strengthen the faith of the devotee, Bhagwan is doing this side sake, fulfilling the wishes of the devotee. Now, the devotee may or may not know what is in the highest interest of himself. He may ask for anything, but is that thing which is getting fulfilled, is that thing in the highest interest of the devotee, or is it not in the highest interest? Is that wish which is being fulfilled going to take him to his spiritual goal or not take him to his spiritual goal? Now, the devotee himself has to judge that. The devotee has asked, devotee has got. Now, up to the devotee. Is this wish which is getting fulfilled taking me to where I need to go? In other words, is it Shreya or is it Priya? That he has to only judge. So, that is the meaning of Alpa Buddhi. He does not have the ability to see, I'm asking for this, but is it in my highest interest or not? That is why small understanding. Most probably, by asking again and again for their wishes to be fulfilled, these people of small understanding, they are getting bondage in sansar. How are they getting bondage in sansar? Because the result, the fruit which they are getting, Bhagavan says, it is antavattu. Whatever they are getting is perishable. Perishable means it will not last. It is not permanent. Why is it not permanent? Because all material things are temporary. Nothing in material goods, what you are asking for, is permanent. The sukh that they are getting also is also temporary. The object is also temporary. The sukh is also temporary. So, they will keep, and most important, the desire never ends. One gets fulfilled, little sukh comes, then next desire comes, then little sukh comes, and now you have to keep on coming repeatedly, life and death, birth after birth, to go on fulfilling these desires which we are strengthening every time they are getting fulfilled. So the vasanas are also getting strengthened. So again and again, how many lifetimes? This is the bondage to sansar. So we have to also see what are we praying for, and is this prayer, what we are asking for, is this binding us to sansar or is it freeing us? Is it in our highest interest or not in our highest interest? What we are asking for, is it taking me to my spiritual goal or away from my spiritual goal? Now compare that to the second kind of devotee. One was Alpa Medasam. What is the second one? Bhagavan calls them Madbhakta, my devotees. My devotees. He has already told who he considers as his my devotees. Who are they? Those 4 categories, he said they are my devotees, and out of them, the best one who's nearest to me is number 4, Jnani. What is the difference between this Jnani and the others? What is the difference?
He loves gods.
Why is he worshipping?
Out of fullness, out of love.
No desires. First and foremost, there are no desires. He is not praying to get anything. Most important. If he doesn't have any desires, there is no need for him to ask Bhagavan to give anything. And if he is not asking Bhagavan to give anything, then there is no danger also of the vasana getting strengthened, or whether the goal is going to be in my highest interest or not in my highest interest. There is no danger, first and foremost. No danger of bondage to sansar. Right? So his devotion, his prayer, his worship is pure devotion. Pure devotion. Love. Devotion means love. And last time we discussed this, Bhagavan has also said, this Jnani has put me in his heart. And he is also dearest to me, means I have also put this Jnani in my heart. Meaning, what does it mean? Jnani and Bhagavan have become one. So there is a oneness because of which the worship is being conducted. So what will be the result of this Eka Bhakti, this one-pointed devotion? What will be the result? So two results are there. One is for the one who is praying to the small gods and one who is praying out of oneness, pure devotion. Mad Bhakta yanti mamapi. My devotees will come to me. And what about the other ones? Devan deva yajo yanti. Worshippers of gods will go to the gods. That is the shloka. When all this will happen? At that time, after death. So after death, what is going to happen to everyone? Several options are there. Many options are there. Okay? What will decide where we will go? The choices we make in this lifetime, during our lifetime, will dictate where we will go after death. Our gati is decided on our choices that we are making. Where we are going in this lifetime, where we are going means where our mind is going, where we are taking ourselves, where we are spending our time. There only we will go after death. There only. Okay? So the choices during our lifetime is in our hands. But where we will be taken after death is not in our hands. Therefore, when we have a choice, we should exercise that choice correctly for knowing that this is going to be my gati afterwards. We have already studied that whichever Ishtadev you will be worshipping wholeheartedly, you will go to that loka. We have already learned that in the chapter 6, I think. Right? Chapter 6 we did that. Worshippers of God will go to the God. We did that earlier. Now, Mad Bhakta comes to me means what? Who is this me now here? Brahma. Here, Bhagavan Krishna is talking with the full understanding. I am an avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu, but basically I am the same as that absolute consciousness. So, those who have firm nishtha in the oneness of everything will merge with Brahma. After death, that is called Videha Mukti. During lifetime, if they understand it, it is called Jivan Mukti. After death, it is called Videha Mukti. And that is the difference between worshipping the small gods and worshipping Atma, worshipping self, being established in the self with the understanding of oneness with no desires left, which means you have exercised Vivek, you have exercised Vairagya, Shat Sampatti, Mummukshatva, Sadhana, Chatushtai, complete. Okay? So now, to explain this difference, why people are not getting this point, this Alpa, Medasam, these people. So Bhagwan is doing the next shloka as an example of that. Let's read it first. Number 24. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayaha param bhavam jananto mamavyaya manuttamam. Not knowing my supreme nature, unsurpassable and undecaying, the ignorant persons regard me, who am the supreme spirit beyond the reach of mind and senses, and the embodiment of truth, knowledge and bliss, to have assumed a finite form through birth as an ordinary human being. Very simple verse, but very nice. Abuddhaya, again like Alpamedasam, ignorant people. Buddha. Buddhi means intellect. Intellect means vivek. Vivek means those who are not using their vivek. Manyante, regard, think of. Mam, me. Avyaktam, unmanifest. Vyaktimapannam, assumed a manifest form. What is written in the shloka? Taken birth as an ordinary human being. Ajananto, not knowing of. Mama, my. Param, supreme. Bhavam, state, nature. Anuttamam, unsurpassable. Avyayam, you already know, undecaying, imperishable, eternal. Unsurpassable. So those people of small minds, small understanding, they don't know the difference between worshipping for the small deities for small sukhs and worshipping the Supreme Absolute out of pure devotion, right? They don't know the difference. So maybe to drive this point home about how people have small understanding, this is my interpretation that Bhagwan has put this shloka in here just to give an example of what it means to have small understanding. Okay? So now he uses the word abuddhaya. Abuddhaya, ignorant, the one who doesn't use the vivek. They have not done same thing. They are just same as alpa buddhi. They have not used their vivek. They have not done chitta shuddhikaran. Their belief and understanding of truth is clouded. It's clouded by their ignorance. And what they believe is only what they see with their 5 faculties of perception. If I can see it, it must be true. And their mind is also limited to that much of understanding. Now, that is why they are worshipping for the desires, small desires. And now it applies to Bhagwan himself. Now, in the earlier verse, Bhagwan took me as Brahma, Supreme Being. But here when he says me, he's talking as Krishna. So he says, what are they thinking of me? They are thinking of me that first I was avyaktam. First I was unmanifest. Means I was, you could not see me. Why you could not see me? I was not born. I was not born. That's why I was avyaktam. And then vyaktimapannam. Then I got born. So from avyakt, I became vyakt. From not being able to be seen by 5 senses, now I became possible to be seen by your 5 senses. And even Arjun asks this question when Arjun realizes that, Arey, this is Bhagwan in front of me. And Bhagwan says, he says, how is it possible? You are born, you are my contemporary. You were born, at the same time I was born, you were born. How can you say that you gave this knowledge to this Vasvat? How could you say you gave this knowledge in the beginning of time to the sun god? Not possible. So, small understanding. So now he's saying, people think I am just an ordinary human being. Why? Because I am visible by the 5 senses. Now what they don't know, what have they not understood? That is what Bhagavan is saying. They have not understood my Param Bhavam, my exalted, highest, supreme state. What would that be? Why Param Bhavam? What is this exalted state? What do you think? Compared to ordinary human beings, what is that state of Brahma which is different from normal? What does it mean?
Always existed.
Param. Param means beyond something. So what is that state which is what beyond what?
Gunas.
Correct. Beyond the three gunas. Beyond Prakriti, beyond Maya. So beyond three gunas, what else?
Beyond time and space.
Beyond time and space. Correct. Then
Always in existence.
beyond. Talk about beyond. Louder, louder.
Perception, sense organs.
Beyond being perceived by the five sense organs. Then what else is beyond?
Beyond the mind.
Beyond the
Three bodies.
the
Beyond
states.
gross body, subtle body, Karan body, causal body. Beyond the three bodies.
Beyond the three states of consciousness.
Beyond the three states of consciousness. Beyond Panchakosh. Beyond Panchabhut. So Param. So we have to see the difference where we are, the limitedness, where we are bounded by these things, whereas Param Bhavam, where we have to go beyond all these things. So his true nature, which these people of small understanding, they don't understand. They just see this body with their five senses. They think I'm an ordinary being, but actually my true essence, my true nature is Param Bhavam. Then Anuttamam, unsurpassable. You cannot go beyond that. There is nothing beyond that. And nothing can even match that state of existence. Excellent. And Avyayam, because eternal, beyond time, beyond space. And finally, Sat, Chit, Anand. We have discussed many times. So, my supreme state, my Param Bhavam, is the substratum, it is the support of all which you see. I am not only what you see, I am the support, the substratum of all that you see. And these small people, they don't understand this just like that. They don't understand the difference between worshipping of the small gods for their small sukhs and worshipping or being established in the self. Worshipping Brahma means established in the self just out of pure devotion and out of the understanding, the samaj of oneness. This is all I feel like a little example to make you understand the difference between small-minded or small understanding and the understanding of Vedanta properly. Okay? So they are content, fulfilling their desires. They don't know what they are missing. Let's go one more shlok. That's it. Today I don't want to do too much. Number 25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavritah mudhoyam nabijanati loko mama jamavyayam. Veiled by my yoga maya, my divine potency, I am not manifest at all. Hence, these ignorant folks fail to recognize me, the birthless and imperishable supreme deity. That is, they consider me as subject to birth and death. Aham, I. Na, am not. prakasha, manifest. Now I want to change the translation they have given in the book. Instead of saying I am not manifest at all, sarvasya, to all. I am not manifest to all, to everyone. Why? Because samavrita, I am veiled, hidden, enveloped. By what? Yoga Maya, my Yoga Maya, my power of covering. Yam, this loco person, moodho, deluded, this deluded person, na, does not, abhijanati, recognize, mam, me, ajam, unborn, avyayam, imperishable. So Bhagavan is saying, Naham prakasha sarvasya. I am not manifest to all. I am not visible to all. Everyone cannot experience me. Firstly, nobody can see Bhagavan with 5 senses. That is the basic thing. Bhagavan will choose the devotee to whom he will give darshan. So when we say give darshan, what does it mean? Some image, some hallucination, some Bhagavan will come into the hall here. What does it mean to give darshan?
The veil will be removed and
So what does it mean? Darshan, aparoksh anubhuti. Bhagavan will decide who will get aparoksh anubhuti. So what do you think are the qualifications required? He has already told over here only. Huh? Purity, of course. Single pointed devotion. Eka bhakti, he has said it clearly.
All desires wiped out.
All desires have gone, obviously.
Mind is stable.
Everything, all whatever we have talked of up to now, all sadhanas, now the bhakta is ready. Sthita prajna, very nice. So why do you think Bhagavan revealed himself to Arjun? Why not to Yudhishthir? Yudhishthir was the epitome of dharma, and he is also the head of the whole family.
Because he was a friend and devotee both.
Sakha and Bhakt. Bhagavan has clearly said earlier, you are my Sakha and you are my Bhakt. Therefore, I am revealing to you my form, which even big Jnanis and big Rishis and big highly yogis have not seen. So if we want to also get this darshan, then what is this Sakha and Bhakt ka qualification we also need to develop? Sakha means what? Friend. So what to do? How to be friend? Who is a friend?
Be yourself.
Someone who is closest to you. So that means what?
In constant companionship.
You are spending time with that person. You cannot say this is my closest friend and then not meet at all, right? So how much time you are spending with your friend makes him your Sakha. What else?
Confident.
Confidant. You are telling your heartfelt secrets. You don't tell to anyone. You tell to your Sakha. So confident and spending time. And Arjun has spent years and years with Bhagwan. As children, they have grown up together. So that makes Sakha. And what makes Bhakt? Surrender, samarpan,
Trust.
trust. Elaborate on that.
You have the confidence in their ability to share whatever you want, and also to receive whatever is coming is in your highest interest.
Samarpan to the extent that I don't know what is good for me. You tell me what is good for me. Bhagwan, he tells that in chapter 2. That's only when Bhagwan starts speaking. Till then Bhagwan doesn't speak. I surrender to you. I am your disciple. You tell me what is good for me. I am your disciple. He says that word. That is what allows Arjun to be chosen by Bhagwan to get darshan. You cannot choose I am the supreme bhakt. You cannot decide for yourself, I am the supreme bhakt, God should have given me darshan by now. No. Then this itself is a disqualification. Why? Ahankar. Ahankar. So Bhagwan will choose, and Bhagwan will choose the one who has made Bhagwan reside in his heart. You put Bhagwan in your heart, Bhagwan will choose you. Right? So that feeling of closeness, oneness. One sentence Swamiji says, Jahan abhiman hai, wahan Bhagwan cannot enter. Bhagwan cannot enter where abhiman is there. So get rid of abhiman and Bhagwan will enter. So now we know why Arjun got this darshan. But why others are not getting? Obviously all these things they have not done. But on a larger scale, not talking about individuals, why is it that only Jagat is visible to us and Brahma is not visible to us? Because of my Yog Maya. So we have to understand what is this Yog Maya. Yog here doesn't mean oneness, it means power. The power of illusion, the power of Maya. Maya is, you know very well, the Shakti of Brahma by which nobody can see Brahma, veiling of Brahma. So it reminded me of something which I brought here just to explain. You know what is this? Pav. Which kind of pav? Kadak pav. Brun. Only Bombay people will know this. Brun. Okay. Now, what is the khubi, speciality of this brun compared to normal pav?
Very hard crust.
Crust is very hard.
Soft inside.
And it's soft inside. Hard outside and soft inside. Now, is this hard outside also the bread?
Yes.
You cannot say this is something separate from the inside. This hard outside and the soft inside, both are one only, right? They are one only. But the hard outside is hiding the soft inside. Correct? So this hard outside is Maya. This crust is hiding and not allowing you to see the soft part inside. Correct? Can you figure it out? It's now if I will cut it and see what all I've brought. Now, if you cut it, hey Bhagwan, it may feel that the top outside is separate from the inside. It sometimes even just comes out like that. It seems to have a different kind of a identity because it looks different. See, from the perception, this looks different, this looks different. But we can say the inner part of this crust, the inside part of this crust is the face of Brahma and the outside face of this crust is Jagat. what you see is Jagat, what you do not see is Brahma. Okay? We can only see this crust till we actually go inside, and we see the self. We get the darshan of the self. So this crusty bread, which is very delicious, just like Jagat, very delicious. But what we are missing is the beautiful soft bread which is inside, which is the actual bread which has some substance. Without this inside, this outside would not be there. Isn't it? This is just a rising. It's a grossification of this atta. This atta inside is soft, and this is the grossification, Jagat, of the bread. Okay? Afterwards you can taste it.
So Jagat then becomes dependent reality.
It's dependent. Yeah. Jagat is always dependent.
Wow, that's an awesome example.
Now sometimes, let's take another way of understanding. Sometimes people wear, like they want to disguise themselves. So they wear one cloak or a heavy coat, like a hijab. Everything is covered up, right? So Bhagwan, you can say, has covered himself up with that big cloak. That cloak is the Maya, which is veiling Brahma, which is behind that coat. So what exactly would you say is this crust or this cloak? What exactly is it?
Three gunas.
Maya. Maya means what?
The
Three gunas. Prakriti, nature, creation, everything. Whatever you see is covering up that absolute power, that absolute consciousness. And sometimes this whole Prakriti, this whole Jagat, this whole creation is so attractive, it is so enticing, it is so beautiful that we don't feel the need also to see behind it. In Ishavasya Upanishad, when we did, there was one shloka, number 16, where the mantra 16, the Bhakt says to the sun that you have so much tej, so much radiance, so much prakash, that is, you are radiating, that I cannot see you. I cannot see you, sun. You withdraw all your radiance, withdraw, take away, take inside you all your radiance so I can actually see you. And that is the same thing we can ask Bhagwan. There is so much of beauty you have radiated out in Jagat. I'm only seeing that. This radiance of Jagat is so powerful, so beautiful, that I'm not able to see you, Brahma. Withdraw this Maya so that I can have darshan of reality. You understood what is Yog Maya, what he is asking here. So he is saying that these people of small understanding, they find the world so attractive. They find the small desires and the small sukh that they will get from fulfilling their small desires, that we are forgetting that there is a higher beauty, that there is a higher reality. We are not interested in that only because we are just abuddhaya. We are not using our vivek to see this, what we are enjoying and happily enjoying, is mithya, and what there is actually to be enjoyed is the sat. So Bhagwan calls them mudha, deluded, mudho. Mudho nabhi janati loko. These deluded persons don't recognize, abhijanati, don't recognize what is the cloak, what is the coat, what is the crust, and what is the reality. Okay? What do they think is the reality? whatever five senses can perceive. That's it. Beyond that, they are not interested in seeing anything else. And the worst thing is that they think that what they are seeing is the source of happiness. They are thinking these small little vishais of sansar, they are giving me sukh. In other words, they are happy to eat the crust and they don't know that there is a bread inside which needs to be there. Just happy to eat the crust. And see, if you only eat the crust, what will happen? Just see. Crumbs. Only crumbs. We of small buddhi are eating crumbs and we are getting satisfied by the crumbs, whereas the beautiful, soft, tasty, wonderful bread is completely forgotten. We are just happy with these crumbs. And crumbs, how much will you get satisfied with this crumb? This much only. Then you have to look for one more crumb. Then you have to look for one more crumb. Like that. How mood deluded we are. What are they missing? They are missing the substratum which is below the sensory perception. That which is supporting. If that was not there, this crumb also would not be there. And this, Bhagavan says, is ajam. Ajam, unborn. Unborn. Jisne janam nahi liya, which is not born. And avyayam, imperishable, undestroyable. When does the happiness of the small-minded people begin?
When the desire is satisfied.
When the desire is satisfied. So their happiness is born when their wish is fulfilled. Right? Their happiness is born. But this bliss is unborn. Because it is before, during, after, eternal. So these people of small intelligence are happy with the happiness which is born when they get whatever they want. And when does that happiness die? When that sukh is over. But Bhagavan says, I am avyayam, I am deathless, I am imperishable, I am ajam and I am avyayam. What bliss you will get is ajam and avyayam. It will be eternal and imperishable, whereas the crumbs are before and finished afterwards. So this Yog Maya, because of this Yog Maya, this ability of veiling Bhagwan, veiling Brahma, is because of that you are not able to see me in my Param Bhava. Got that? Now we say that this Yog Maya is a power of Brahma. Then why is it that Brahma is not deluded?
It's his own power.
Huh.
It's under his control.
Huh. So the venom of the snake can kill everyone else, but it does not kill the snake in which it exists. In the same way, this Yog Maya exists in Brahma, is part of Brahma, is not anything different, like the crust is not different from the bread, but it will not harm Brahma. It will not dilute Brahma. Brahma is very much aware of what is this. Okay? This is what I want you to take home with you today. Are you satisfied with the crumbs or do you want anything more? And I am not going to go ahead even though it's a very short class, because these some thoughts need to be done manan on, because otherwise we'll just be going finishing. Any questions? Anything that you didn't understand? Any question?
Ishwar and Maya, these are his powers.
Ishwar?
Ishwar manifestation.
Ishwar is Sagun Brahma. You can take it like that. Brahma is Nirgun. Ishwar is Sagun Brahma.
And yet we say that Brahma is the witness.
Yeah.
But through Ishwar he is doing.
Yes.
So
Ishwar does. Brahma doesn't do anything. Ishwar is the highest manifestation of Brahma.
But Ishwar and Brahma are no different.
Ishwar has attributes. Ishwar is omniscient. Ishwar is omnipotent. Ishwar creates. Ishwar maintains. Ishwar destroys. Brahma doesn't do anything. It just provides the screen. What does the screen do? Substratum.
Support.
That's it. Projector does all that work. Right? Projector does all that work. You can see projector is Ishwar. Ishwar along with the power of Maya does. Brahma is the substratum which does not do anything.
Ishwar cannot do it without Brahma. There is
No, without Brahma
substratum.
nothing will be there. Without Brahma nothing can be there, and that is also an impossibility because Brahma is existence and existence cannot exist without existence.
So Brahman is the Adhyay of Ishwar.
Yeah,
And Maya is the body of Ishwar.
correct. Anything else?
How do we bring Bhagwan closer into our life?
Spend time. Who and where are you spending your time? Who have you first to bring Bhagwan into your heart? First he has to come into your range. He has to first come in your mind. Then it has to go into your intellect. Then slowly it will go into your heart. Hands, head, heart. Remember these three words. What are you doing? Hands means what are you doing? Actions. Are your actions taking you to Bhagwan or your actions are taking you into Jagat? Then understand. Head. Then it only remains in the intellectual level. Then also not come in the heart. Then surrender has to happen. Then it goes in the heart. So it's a process.
So Ishwar also is there.
Sorry?
Ishwar will also have three.
No, Ishwar is beyond the three gunas. He has three gunas, but he is in control of the three gunas. Because with the three gunas, he is creating. He is creating with the three gunas. He has the three gunas, but he is in control of them.
This is purely sattvic.
Purely sattvic.
No, I love the example of the crops.
You can have some. But
I will go
you
for
further have the
bread.
bread. You know, I tell you some truth. I brought 15 of these. They're all in my house. I was going to bring for each one, but I didn't have time to put some maska and all inside. Next time. Yeah.
So now, Brahma's best one, as you said, is Jnani.
Sorry, louder.
Brahma's best one, as you said, out of the four is a Jnani, resides in the heart.
Yeah.
So, this Sthitta Prajna.
Sthitta Prajna.
So, the one who reaches, works towards being in that state, they're equal?
Yeah. Absolutely. Sthitta Prajna means this bhakt, this devotee has made his residence in Bhagwan's heart and made Bhagwan's residence in his heart. Sthita, stable. Prajna, knowledge. He is stable in the knowledge of Aham Brahmasmi. Then, what else? Enough? Then afterwards we'll do Manan. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Gurudev.